We shall be having these lessons on Saturdays. All right. All right. Basically, this will not be your normal BDA, but of course you need these skills. You need these skills for you to be able to overcome. Yeah. Okay, great. So then, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have. I will share my screen. I hope you guys are ready for the session. All right. It's going to be a very great class, very great class. So I share my screen live like this, live. So this is the question that was done, questions that were done last semester. I don't want us to look at them. So I would want in this case here to simply get a new workbook, a new worksheet here. So, and I want us to start with the normal multiplications, additions, subtractions, multiplication, the algebra. So if, for example, ladies and gentlemen, I'm given something like this, 34, we have 56, we have 89. And then somebody tells you to come and get the summation. How do we get summation? Remember, this is Excel. You will have to start with equals. So you say equals, and then you say sum, like that. So you can see the one that I want is coming up in blue. It's coming up in blue. When it comes up in blue like this, it means I should be able to take it up to the cell, All right. So how do I take it up to the cell? Perhaps by double clicking. I can double click. So I'll come and double click. And then now you see once I double click it, it goes up and it gives me this narration. So like now they want me to choose the numbers here in brackets. So the numbers, they are here like this, like that. I don't even have to close bracket. I can come and say enter like that. And then I'll be able to get 179. 179. So remember, once you type like me and you are able to do exactly what Mwalimu has done, then you need to rejoice by dancing. You need to rejoice by dancing, or you give me a signal. I would want to know whether we are together. I would want to know whether we are together. I would want to know whether we are together. I would want to know whether we are together. And there is nothing wrong. If you ask me to repeat, I will repeat severally. I will repeat severally until all of us are comfortable. Great, Ernest. Great. Great. So, but that is not what I would want you guys to be doing. Whenever it comes to summation, we shall be using, there is a button there called Alt. Near your space button, there is Alt. Alt like this, Alt like this. I would want us to be using Alt equals. Alt equals. Alt equals. So if I just come to this one, ladies and gentlemen, and rub, if I rub this one, you can see what I've done. I'll simply come and put my cursor and click on that cell where I would want to get the summation. And then I'll press here Alt. I start by pressing Alt. Using this left hand, I press Alt. Once I press Alt, I'll be able to say equals. So once I say Alt and equals at the same time, you can see it selects for me. And then what I need to do is simply to come and enter like that. Kindly repeat. And this becomes very sweet, especially whenever you have like many columns. You have like many columns. You have many columns here. You have many columns like that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you would want to get the total for the two. So if I want to get the total for the two, I will come and highlight these two cells. Once I highlight them like that, then I will be able to say Alt. Alt, I'm holding on to Alt. You can see this other hand is freeze dancing, still holding on to Alt like that. And then I say equals. You'll be able to see the answers coming automatically. How I wish I had students who know how to dance. How I wish I had students who know how to dance whenever they learn something new. Whenever they learn something new, I would expect them to dance. I would expect them to dance. Or I would expect them to ask questions. I would expect them to ask questions because I am your ninja. You should never fear your ninja. Fellow ninja. You shall never fear your fellow ninja. And then you should have a way where you simply take down your notes, small notes. You're taking a small notes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not seeing anybody asking a question or telling me to repeat. Where is Alt? If you look at my friend Patrick, if you look at your space, near the Windows, there is a Windows icon there, near control, you'll be able to see ALT Patrick. I hope, Patrick, you don't have a MacBook. MacBook at times is quite different. All these other machines are quite similar. I can see Anna knows how to dance. I want to imagine, Anna, you are such a good dancer, even in real world. No accountant knows how to dance. No accountant knows how to dance. I've never met even a single one who knows how to dance. If you know how to dance practically, physically, then you will be very exceptional. Oh, all right. Great. 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 So, Patrick, have you been able, I was cracking a joke, Patrick, to get a response from you whether you've been able to see that alt? Patrick? Thank you so much. All right. And I hope it has worked magic, right? I hope it has worked magic. So then when you are with the teacher Omondi, at times in this case here, you will see teacher Omondi doing things like this. Let me rub this. Let's rub this. Let's rub this. At times you'll see teacher Omondi doing something like this. We have here Q1, for example. We have here, for example, Q1. We have here, for example, Q2. We have here, for example, Q3. Q3. And then we have here year 1. We have here, for example, year 2. All right. Then, ladies and gentlemen, you may want to get like the totals here. You may want to get the totals here. Sorry. You may want to get the totals here. And you may also want to get the totals for this column wise. Totals like that. Please write something like that yourselves. Then come and copy everything. You highlight everything, including the totals. Including the totals. You highlight everything, including the totals. Including the totals. So let me say Control Z, I undo. So I have here Q1, Q2, Q3. Then I have totals year 1, year 2. Then I have totals. And then I want to get these totals without doing these crazy things of equal summation. So what do? I'll come and highlight the whole, including the row and column for totals. And then I'll be able to say Alt equals like that. Everything in this case here falls down very nicely. Everything in this case here falls down very, very nicely. Very, very nicely. So up to here, ladies and gentlemen, are we together somehow? Up to here, ladies and gentlemen, are we together somehow? Up to here, ladies and gentlemen, are we together? I can't see nobody dancing. I can't see nobody dancing. I can't see nobody dancing. Today, I came just here to see funny dancing accountants, funny dancing ninjas here. That's the only thing that I came. That is the only thing that will be able to put me around here. Otherwise, this is Saturday. Saturday is the only day I don't work at all. All right. And if they're not able to get it, they should ask Mwalimu repeats. They should be able to say, Mwalimu, in this case here, they have a question. Ninjas today have to talk to me. Ninjas today have to talk to me. Ninjas today have to talk to me. Tried and it worked, right? Tried and it worked. Great. What about the other 70-something students? At least Dorothy Igoki is dancing there, which is very, very good. Which is very, very good. Very, very good. Somebody has a question there. Somebody has a question, which is also very good. Whenever you have a question, just raise up your hand, and then I'll be able to You have a chance to ask a question. Ask to unmute. So you can unmute and then you talk to us, ask a question or something. Or were you trying to signal that you have already done it? Yeah, I can see so many guys dancing. I can see so many guys dancing. Okay, Godfrey, great. Great. I can see things that are happening. That's why that student the other day was telling me that, Mwalimu, we have missed your voice. We have missed your voice. We shall overcome, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed here. We are doing very well. We are doing very well. We are doing very well. Now come here. So now I want in this case here, ladies and gentlemen, something very small here. You are in a position where, for example, you are given something like this. You are given in this case here, for example, a big name like that, Hassan, very, very big. We have here Timothy, very, very big. We have in this case here Ernest, like that. Now, if you look at this thing, what am I trying to do? Like now Hassan is a big name. It can't fit in one cell. So sasa hapo utapata mwanafunzi anakuja hapa anaanza anataka kuona jina mzima, anaanza kupanua column, anapanua column. Akifika hapa anacheka imepanuka, akija hapa pia anaanza kupanua. Hapana, we don't do like that. If you want, there are so many ways, but for you as an accountant, if you want these words to fit inside a cell very well, you simply come here and highlight this entire. You see here, you highlight the entire sheet, and then you go to any in between column, A, B, B, C, anywhere in between, you double click like that. And then all the words will be able to fit in. All the words will be able to fit in. All the words will be able to fit in. I repeat again, I'll come and say Control Z to undo. To undo, 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 undo. We normally use, in this case here, Control. We normally use Control Z. You press on Control first and then Z. You undo like that. Control Z. Yeah, this is also very good because this word, you know, it is being taken as one word, is so big, it can't fit. So if I came and wrote something here, like for example, Joshua or whatever, then automatically some things will be hidden. All right. Then how do I correct this mess? Siwezi kuwa ni mimi ndiye ati kwa ofisi naanza hiyo si mwanafunzi wa Dr. Aura here. Tunakuja hapa unaanza kupanua namna hii. Alafu unacheka kama umefanya kitu ya maana sana, no. Inafaa unakuja hapa, una highlight the entire sheet, alafu unakuja hapa anywhere in between. Unafanya namna hiyo. So every word is able now to fit in. That's how you market me outside there. Yeah. That's how you market me outside there. Yeah. Yeah. So is there somebody who has been able to exercise with me? Anybody who has been able to exercise with me? Anybody who has been able to exercise with me? Yeah, we are doing everything new. Lorraine, hakuna the Excel sheet. New. But you make sure that you are copying exactly what I'm putting down for your own exercise. And if I may ask some ukweli, kazini, kuna mwanafunzi mwenye amekuwa akipanua hizo columns hivyo manually? Sema tu ukweli. Iko mwanafunzi amekuwa akipanua hizo columns manually? Niambie tu ukweli mara moja. Yeah. It's good to be honest. It's always very good to be honest. It's very good to be honest. Even myself, there are things, because I always encourage people at my workplaces to be Excel enthusiasts. I always tell them that whenever you see I'm doing something in a funny way in Excel, always come to my desk and tell me this is a funny way. All right. And when they show me, I'm able to wake up and even dance because I am an Excel enthusiast. I like learning new things every day. So I laugh at my ignorance. I always laugh at my ignorance. That is what Excel is all about. Face to do it manually. We shall overcome. All right. Thank you very much, Anna. Great. So then we go to something very, very easy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Here we are. So I would want us to go to another level now. I can open a new worksheet. I can come and open a new worksheet here. So I want us to multiply. I want us to multiply. So for example, we have price and then we have quantity. Price and quantity, price and quantity. The price here is 10 this year. Another year is 23. This is a product that is quite volatile. The price is changing a lot. Then we have the quantities. So we have 1200. We have here 2500. We have here 3000, like that. And then somebody wants you to come and do what here? Get what we call revenue. Somebody wants you to come and get what we call revenue. Can somebody give me the formula for getting revenue? Can somebody give me the formula for getting revenue from your mathematics, from your quantitative analysis? Revenue will be equal to who? Revenue will be equal to who? Revenue equals who? Thank you so much. Yeah, you're right. So revenue equals price times quantity. Revenue equals price times quantity. Anytime they want us to get revenue, we shall be taking here, unasema equals sasa hapa. Lazima kumbuka Excel, ukitaka kuanzisha any functionality in Excel, lazima uanze na equals. It's either equals or plus, as we shall be using equals throughout. So when I start with equals, I'm telling that Excel, Excel is a DBase, is a database. So I'm telling Excel to get inside there into the database and extract what functionality I would want to do. So then when I say equals, I will come and pick this price, which is 10 there. Then I say times this 1200, this 1200. Alafu, mwanafunzi usikazoea kusema enter just like that. Enter si kitu mzuri ya kusema sema. Unajua ukisema enter, inamaanisha umeenda kwa the next cell. Unaona hapa. Sababu itanipatia answer alafu iende kwa next cell, the cell below. Lakini sasa nikiwa mwanafunzi mzuri nikisema control Z undo, nitakuja hapa niseme equals, niseme hapa 10, na pick your cell ya 10, alafu niseme hapa times E1200, alafu niseme controlled enter. Kama football, the way you'd want to control, in this case, the ball in between your legs. When you're playing, you don't want this ball to go very far, all right? The Guardiola strategies. Pep Guardiola. Yeah. So unasema in this case hapa control, you are holding on to control and enter. What will happen when I want the answer to be the one in this case which is highlighted? You see this answer, this cell, where we have the answer is still the cell which is, let me say control Z to undo. So what I've done, I've said equals, I've picked this 10 I would want to multiply, then I say times this 1200. So I would want in this cell to get the answer and still have the same cell highlighted. Because if I just say the normal enter, you can see what is happening. Yes, I'm getting the answer, but I'm going to the cell down. No. So control Z. So what I'll do, I will come and say equals. Then we have here 10. And then we say times this 1200. And then unasema control with enter. And then now, you see the second one, I'll not come and say 23. No. Already Excel has a pattern from up there. In its database now, it has a pattern of what I've done. So what I need to do, for the others, I need to come and autofill. So for the others, I need to come and autofill. So how do we autofill? We have got two pluses. We have the hot air plus the white one. This one here is very useless. In most cases, just for highlighting. And then we have the one that is filled up inside black, deep, dark black. The one that I have to take inside here to get here. That is the plus for autofill. That is the plus for autofill. So once I put this plus for autofill, this is like a black rabbit. A black rabbit. So black rabbits, they're not very nice. What you're supposed to do is to hold them by their tails. And if possible, you hit them from behind with the 2 strokes of the cane. So once you see it there, 2 strokes of the cane basically means that you double click. You double click, 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 you double click. You're hitting it from behind. Ta, ta. Then you get answers automatically. So do we have any ninja that has been able to hit their rabbit, in this case here, from behind? And remember, this is just figurative. I don't expect anybody to start beating their black rabbits at home. That will be disastrous. Do we have any ninja that has been able to do this? All right, great. I like students who are dancing here. Students should be dancing here. They should be dancing. And then remember, there is also this other emoji which cries. If you really got nothing out of this, there is a crying emoji. You should never ever fear. In this case, you're putting on that crying emoji. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing you a great favor to ensure that you are, rather you have great Excel skills. So that when your teachers are teaching BDA, you'll not be floating. Most of the times why some of you will be floating is because of what your lack of proper Excel skills. From today, you'll tell me things will start flowing now. Things will start flowing. That is why I normally tell all students when they get into intermediate level, they should start doing Excel from down there. All right. Actually, not even from intermediate level. Actually, today, if, for example, I bring my daughter or my son to do CPA, the moment I check them into college, I'll buy them a laptop and ask them to do Excel classes. That really will be very, very helpful. So up to now, nobody's asking a question. So meaning that I can comfortably come here and continue. Now there is a problem here now. There's a problem here now. The problem is this. So we have here price of 10, price of 10, and then we have quantities here. So the quantity, in this case here, this could be 1,000. This could be 1,200. This could be 1,500. This could be 2,300. This could be 4,500. Let me give you 1 minute. You type my numbers and you type them the way I've typed. You type them the way I have typed them. Once you clear writing, you put your thumbs up like this. There is an emoji for thumbs up. There's an emoji for thumbs up. And how comes we are very few? We are only 78. I thought this class would really be a big class because we have combined early morning students and evening students. And we have also called upon outsiders here to join us. How comes we are very few really? And then of course, remember if there are outsiders, they need to consider joining RCM's BDA classes. We charge Kenya shillings 9,000 for these classes. And ours, I can assure you, not unless something happens, ours is a sure bet. Our number is 0793 555 000. 0793 555 000. 0719 525 000. All right. So have they finished copying down my table here? All right. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, come here. I want us then to come and put revenue here. I want us to come and put revenue. Let's put revenue here. So if I try this monkey business, say I'm taking this quantity, all right, and then I say times this price to get the first revenue. You know, I can say quantity times price or price times quantity, one and the same. And then I say control enter. Very nice. And then now I try the hitting of the rabbit from behind. 2 strokes of the cane. You click twice. Left click twice. Ta-ta, what am I getting here? This rabbit must have misbehaved and now it wants to bite me because it's giving me crazy things. It wants to bite me. This thing wants to bite me. This thing wants to bite me. Is there somebody who could be knowing where I have gone wrong? Is there somebody who could be knowing where Mwalimu has gone wrong? What do you think has Mwalimu not done right? What do you think has Mwalimu not done right? Where do you think should I be able to touch? Where do you think should I be able to touch? Yeah, we lock the price. We lock the price. We lock the price. Now, then I have a question. We have a question again. You know, this is supposed to be Excel for beginners. Excel for beginners. And I can see the students who are talking about dollarization, locking the price. Are you guys supposed to be in this class? These must be guys who have attended my Excel classes before. Are you supposed to be in this class, today's class, or are you supposed to be doing other things outside there? All right. All right. Oh, we are giving, in this case, you're supposed to see the answer, refresh. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then we shall overcome. We shall overcome. So please also feel at home. I know I'm doing very basic things. You should not then brush them off. If you're refreshing, that's okay. Very good. Please do whatever you're doing. Repetition is nice. I like that. Repetition is nice. All right. So if I come back here and I say Control Z, Control Z, I say Control Z again to be left with a blank. So you see here, what I wanted to do is to come and say equals. I take this 1,000, and then I say times the price. This price of 10 is supposed to be, it's a very important value, which is going to be the same throughout. When I go here, I'll be saying 1,200 times 10, 1,500 times 10. So if I would want this to be a value of reference, then I'll be able to lock it absolutely. You lock it absolutely. You dollarize it. And to dollarize it, dollarizing, no. Dollarizing. Constant values, we use in this case here F4, F with 4. There is an F4. If you look at your typing board, right, you'll be able to see on top where we have escape, all right, you'll be able to see F1 all the way to F12. So there is an F4 function there, which is very, very important. There are some computers that will press F4, and there are other computers you will have to use Fn. So it depends on your computer, Fn and then F4. Fn and F4. And the Fn is near your control. So it depends on your computer. My computer that I'm using today, actually nowadays I use this often. I'll come and I say equals. I pick this 1,000, and then I say times. I pick this price. So this price, in this case, it has to be dollarized because it's constant. With my computer, I have to press Fn first. So I'm pressing Fn with this hand, left hand, Fn, and then I go up there on the top of my keypad, on top there, right? I'll be able to see F4. When I do like that, now you can see this thing has been dollarized. Now I can say Control Enter. Now I can hit this here, the black rabbit. Hit it twice. Not by the head, but behind, you know. Don't kill animals. Don't kill animals. Don't kill animals. Don't kill animals. Now you can see things are working out. This 4,500 is times 10 to get 45,000. And if I come and put my cursor here and show the formula, remember to show the formula, you press F2, function F2 in my computer. Function F2. So you can see it has taken the blue cell and it has taken the red. You know, it shows you the cells. It has taken this and the red here. If I come and, for example, pick this one, and then I say function F2, you can see the blue and the red is ever fixed because it is dollarized. Because it is dollarized. Because it is dollarized. So up to here, ladies and gentlemen, by any chance, are we okay? Up to here, ladies and gentlemen, by any chance, are we okay? Because like, I'm so sure with Teacher Omondi, you guys, perhaps you are doing forecasting. And for example, a certain percentage was 10% growth every year. But now 10% is going to remain the same. You must have seen in this case here, this guy putting dollars, and you were wondering, why is he putting dollars? Yeah, let me repeat. I can see Kate saying, repeat. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here, all right. So remember, what am I doing here? Equals, we say 1,000, and then you say times this 10 here. And then I will be able to come under, don't say equals, don't say enter. Yeah, I want to fix this cell in red. How do I fix it as it is still making moves there? I will come and say Fn, F4. Some computers, you simply press F4 direct, directly. Some computers you press F4 directly. Some computers you press F4 directly. Some computers you press F4 directly. So are we together here? Are we together here? Are we together here? Are we now together here? When I say Control Enter, then I come and hit this twice, I'll be able to see things happening. I'll be able to see things happening. I'll be able to see things happening. Yeah, how I wish the ones who told me to repeat, some of them would be dancing for me to know that I've been able to communicate. Yeah, any other formula to dollarize? Yes, yes, Rashid. Yes, Rashid. The other formula of dollarizing, it's quite a bad one. I don't like it. So for example, you'll come here and say equals, you pick this 1,000, you say times, these one here in red. But now you'd want the red metrics to be dollarized. So then how do we dollarize this? I can come here before, after this multiplication, before C. So then I'm using now shift 4. You see on top of 4, there is a dollar. On top of 4, there is a dollar. So I'm using shift 4. Oops, sorry. Skip. Equals this times this. So and before this, I would want to put a dollar manually. So I do it manually. Then I come here after C, I put another dollar manually. Yeah, Control Enter, and then you come and double click like that. All right. Yeah, doing the partial lock, I'll be able to show you the partial lock here. So this is called absolute referencing, absolute locks. Yeah, I'll be able to come to the partial. So now all of us, are we okay with this F4 thing, really? All of us, are we okay with this F4 thing? Ah, great. Great. Thank you so much. Now, after that, then, we shall be able to go to another area which is really important. Another area which is really important, what we call the partial locks now. Partial locks or partial referencing. Partial locks or partial referencing like that. And I'm going to use a multiplication table. We are going to use a multiplication table. Multiplication table. Multiplication table. Multiplication table. Is there somebody, I don't know, you guys, most of you, I'm so sure you could be very, very young. But is there somebody by any chance who may have gone to a school during those days when we used to have, in this case here, multiplication tables at the behind of some Kasuku books? Anybody who went in this case here to school during those days? What we used to have in this case here, some Kasuku books, and then at the back, they used to give us multiplication table. I'm so sure there are guys like, yeah, great, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Great. Most of us, I doubt, Jerida. Trust you me, nowadays, those things are not there. Haziko squeezy, haziko squeezy. You don't haziko squeezy. Haziko squeezy. Kama uko na watoto, hebu angalia vitabu wako nazo kama ziko nayo multiplication table nyuma. So hiyo multiplication table ilikuwa inakaa hivi, ilikuwa inakaa hivi 1, 2. Haya, nataka tuandike 1 to 9, Ukitaka kuandika 1 to 9, sio lazima uandike zote. Unaweza kuja tu hapa, alafu highlight hizi mbili, alafu kuja hapa. Sasa huwezi hit the rabbit. Hapa lazima ufanye manually mpaka ifike 9. Kwanza andika mpaka hiyo kwanza tuone. Once you do like that, let me repeat again. What have I done? These are number sequence and series. So you write 1, then you write 2, then you go back and highlight the 2 using the white plus. All right. And then I should be able to come and here, you pull this. As you pull, you can see numbers being written by the side. They're guiding you up to 9. You release. You release. You release like that. You release like that. Yeah. You release like that. You release like that. You release like that. You release like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are together. I hope you've been able to do what exactly Mwalimu has done. Dragging those numbers down is so important. I repeat, oh, nyuma siku hizi ni puzzle these days, okay. All right. Yeah, all right. So I'm repeating here. So utakuja hapa, useme 1, enter, 2, alafu sasa ukuja highlight hizi mbili. All right. And then now you using, you know, if I were you, I would buy this mouse, Yeah, the external mouse is very good and it's allowed by the examiner. You can go with it. If I were you, I would invest in a very good mouse, a mouse of even 500 shillings, 1,000 shillings, a good mouse. Because when I have this mouse, it's very easy to hold on to, you know, left click, you hold on to it down and then you drag using it. Or if you have this touch pad, you touch onto it. First of all, you put this. Now you can see the plus is there. And then you press down on the mouse pad. Yeah, you press down and then using now this other finger, unapeleka pole pole tu. Hivyo mpaka ifike 9. So please confirm now that you are comfortable. The guy to it, confirm you're comfortable so that I can be able to go straight away to something very, very nice. 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 And then I will have one proposal. I don't want to be doing these classes, like I said, like 3 or 4 hour classes. No, I would rather we cover, say, 2 hours. All right, 2 hours, but quality hours. And these quality hours, I've discovered you guys have got no class like now tonight. So it means that on Saturday, I can come 1 hour or 1.5 hours on Saturday morning, and then night I do 1.5 hours. And then all of us will be happy. 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 So I don't put in so much concepts in your heads at once. All right, so Control Z, Control Z. I don't want this. I don't want this. Now come here, just besides here, I want us to do 1 to 9. So I'll say 1, tab 2. Then I come here, highlight these 2, and then now I walk with this like that. Imenizuia hii. Disaster, but we shall overcome. So come here. Great. It has gone to 9. So let me know once you guys are able to do that. Let me know once you guys are able to do exactly whatever I have done. Let me see, guys, once you have been able to do exactly what I have done. Abracadabra, 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 life is good. I can see 8 charts. Wow, how comes I was not seeing them? I can see 8 charts. Done. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Great. Great. Thank you so much. Great. Great. Thank you so much. All right. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I will be able to come here and show you something very nice. So come here. You see, like when I put my cursor here, I'm able to know, like this is row number 6. This row number 6, I would want row number 6 to be bold then. To be bold. So how do I do this? I will come and highlight the whole of here. So I click here. When I click like that, then I'll be able to come and say Control B. So to make bold, we shall be using here Control with a B. Control with a B. So like now here, of course, I want this column H to be bold. So I'll come here, Control B. Then I have my figures being bold and I'm happy. So happy today. I'm happy. I'm happy and easy. I want you guys to be easy. Unajua kitu ambacho pia inafanya wanafunzi washikie Excel sana, unapata sana mwanafunzi mahali kwa amejikausha mpaka hata sura inakaa ngumu, anaona kama anasoma vitu ngumu. Hapana, be easy, ask questions, be free, smile even when you have got nothing to smile about. Just smile. You know, I've taught Excel for so long. So many najuanga sasa, even when we go to organizations, unapata ule mwana kuwa serious zaidi ndio hata ashiki chochote. Usikuwe serious sana. This thing is like a game. I should be very happy, ask questions, even at times ask mwalimu to share my screen. All right. So have we been able to do that? Done. Yes. All right. Then I want you guys to do me a favor. So then inside here, I would want to come and say 1 times 1. 1 times 1. 1 times 1. So I'll come and say equals. So I pick this one. Times this one. Control enter. An angry rabbit, take it in the cage. You can't beat it here. You simply pull. You drag. You reach down there. Again, you drag. There is nothing that can ever be further from the truth like what I've done. This is so wrong. What mistake do you think have I done? Can somebody in this case here mark for me this one? What mistake do you think have I done? 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 Abracadabra. You see, like here, I expected 1 times 9 to be 9 here. Like 2 times 9, I expected this to be 18. But what am I getting? What mistake do you think have I done? What mistake do you think have I done? Please talk to me. Which mistake do you think have I done? Please talk to me. Which mistake do you think have I done? Why do you think my numbers are not really? Yeah, I did not lock. I did not lock. So in this case here, we need to do lockups. Yeah, you have to lock the row. You have to lock things there. So they're telling me, Mwalimu, please go back and lock. And I will follow. I will follow what you guys are telling me. I'll follow what you guys are telling me. So I will come here and try my lockups. So I'll come here and say equals. I say 1. So I want this to be locked. So I say Fn, F4. Then I say times. I say times this other one. And then again, I come and say locked. So I'm locking up everything, control, enter. Oh, what happened there? Must have picked something wrongly there. I must have picked something badly there. No worries. Let me start again. So equals, so we pick this one and then I lock it. Then I say times, I pick this other one and then I lock it. Like that. And then control what here, enter. You told me, Mwalimu, get ahead and lock 1. Now I've locked it very well. Let me try and see abracadabra. It will be so wrong. So I've done full locking, abracadabra. When you do full locking like that, abracadabra, it doesn't move out of 1. It's 1, 1, 1 all over. So it means that your strategy is not working here. Your strategy is not correct. It means that your strategy is not correct. Your strategy is not correct. So then what should I do? The strategy here is not correct. What should I do? I'm waiting for your advice. What should I do? Because the strategy you have advised here is not correct. What should I do, abracadabra? What should I do, abracadabra? It's supposed to be a partial lock. It's supposed to be a partial lock. You should have done the first 2. No. No, Timothy. No. Let me come back here. All right, then come here. Equals. Now, one thing I would want you to appreciate is that H, the one that is bold, H here is a title column. So I would want, in this case here, my Excel to be holding onto it constantly. So when I pick this one here, I say 1, right? It will be this H alone block, not 7. No, in this cell, I'm supposed to lock a H alone. You know, it's a H and then 7. Here I'm supposed to lock H alone because H is the one that is bolden. So come and lock it ikiwa peke yake, weka kasa hapo, alafu seme shift 4, shift number 4. Litoke ikiwa peke yake. Alafu uendelee na safari, ukija hapa na safari, unakuja hapa unasema times, ukisema times, you pick this one. So here, which one is supposed to be, you know, like how a cell is, how a cell is normally referenced. You see, this cell here is cell I7. Because I can see I here, you can see I is marked, and you can see 7 is marked. So when I look at, for example, where we have the red, here, where we have this red here. So where we have this red, ladies and gentlemen, I can see this is what here, I can see I ni ya katikati. And then I can see row 6. This row 6 is a row of reference. Is a title row. So come here before 6, before 6, put a dollar. Before 6, put a dollar, like that. And then you say Control Enter. And then we'll be able to do what here too. Just do like that. And then shall be able to go to 9 times 9 is supposed to be 81, like that. 9 times 9 is supposed to be 81, like that. So try, and then when I repeat one more time, now you will become an expert. How I do it myself, great. How I do it myself, just by the time when I was doing this bolding here. All right. When I was doing this bolding here, I know I have H and 6. You know, this is 6. If I put my cursor here, it is this H, the outer column, and the 6, the outer row. So H and the 6 are a title, column, and row, respectively, and therefore they must be dollarized. They must be dollarized. The ones in bold, it's H and what here? 6. Once I've understood that, then I will be at home, very comfortably at home. Because what I'll need to do is to come here, and then I say equals. So I'll pick this one. And then between now H and 7, of course, it is H to be dollarized. So I'll come after equals before H. I want to funga H. So shift 4, not F4. If you do F4, it will do both. And then we'll be able to come here, continue with the journey. Then you say times this one here, right? And then when I say this one, ladies and gentlemen, now I can see I and the 6. Up to the 6, which is our title. So come before 6, come before 6 there, come before 6 there, and put a dollar here. Come before 6 there and put a dollar. So Control Enter. So then we shall be able to move down like that, and then we move like that. How I wish I had like 20 or 30 students dancing the way Lorraine is dancing. Manal, I have repeated. I hope now you're comfortable. I hope now you are comfortable. I can see Gladys dancing. Great. Aha, Birungu, great. Yeah. Guest Benadotino, great. I even like you. Maritime, Grace, that's okay now. We are very okay now. Now we are very, very okay. So the moment you know how to draw, yeah, Jerida, you are smiling, I can see there. The moment you know how to draw, repeat on column, I'll repeat, yes. The moment you know how to draw that thing, I'm telling you, you are miles ahead. You're miles and miles ahead. Miles and miles ahead. All right, great. So I repeat on the column, how do we, in this case here, how do we use, you know, in my case, it is a H and what year? It is a H and what year? H and 6. The moment I've been able to write the title, this is titled Bolden, this 6 is titled Bolden. The moment I've been able to write like that, hata utakuwa unasema atirudia column, no. Itakuwa fairly obvious. Itakuwa fairly obvious because I will come here, say equals. When I pick this, so I know H and 7, I've said H is reference here. Yours may not be J or something. So in my case, H is reference. Come here, put $1. Put $1. Then I'll be able to come and say times. Come here. You can see 6. You can see 6. Put $1. Control enter like that. And then I should be able to come and pull things like that. You release. You come here, you pull to the right. You release always like that. And enjoy this as you do it. Enjoy this as you do it. Enjoy this as you do it. And then I'm able to see, ladies and gentlemen, a question here. I'm able to see a question here. A question regarding now what? A good question there. I can see students are giving us feedback. Students are still giving us what here? Feedback. Students are still giving us feedback. Students are giving us feedback. Students are giving us feedback, which is very good. It is very good. Yuko mwenye amelemewa kabisa. We shall overcome. Yuko mwenye amelemewa kabisa. We are overcoming. All right. So we shall take a 3 minutes break. We shall take a 3 minutes break. When we come back, we shall be able to answer those great questions. We shall meet here at exactly 12:07. At exactly 12:07. Let's take a 3 minutes break. Then we come back at exactly 12:07. In the break, you take water. Water is very good. All right. So are we back? Are we back, all of us? Are we back, all of us? Are we back, all of us? Great. So Martin, how do we print? I'll be able to show you how we print these things. It's very easy. Very, very easy. So now we are back. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would want us to go to pivot tables. But before I go to pivot tables, I can see some other questions there. Somebody has asked us, how else do we use this partial? Very, very many ways. In very, very many ways. For instance, if we have something of this nature, right? The price could be 100, but you're told in this case here that this price will be growing at the rate of 10% every year. So at the end of year 1, 10%, end of year 2, 10%, end of year 3, 10%. So you see, you'll get some people doing this manually, equals. So they take this, all right? And then they say times. Times, they can even say 1.1 because 1 plus R, R is 10%. So they can say 1.1. Then they get that answer. Then they come here, equals. They pick this one, 10, all right? And then they say times 1.1. That will be too much work because in your case, you'll be told to forecast even for 10 years. All right. So then what you're supposed to do, first of all, for forecasting, you're supposed to remember this formula of amount equals principal into 1 plus R, 1 plus R raised to power n, number of years. This is a very important compounding interest formula, very, very important. So like now in this case here, ladies and gentlemen, please listen. Please listen. When I'm moving here, I know that this principal amount will ever be constant. As I move around the other years, the principal amount will be ever constant. The same case with this 10%, it will be ever constant. Later on, I may want to change this 10% to 11%, but downwards. But when I'm moving along these values, along these columns, I expect 10% to be constant and 100 to be constant. So I expect row F to be a column of what year? Reference. So this column F is a column of reference. So then I should be able to come and say equals. I pick this 100, and we've just said that F will be a column of reference. So before F, put $1 there, right? Then you come and say times, all right? You say open brackets. You have 1, I'm following this formula. So 1 plus this 10% is the R. And I know that F is supposed to be a column of what year reference. So shift $. Close. Then raised is shift 6. Don't raise to year 1 directly here. You raise it with this 1 there. And then you say control, enter. And then now you can comfortably pull this like that. Pull it like that. Now you get the answers very easily. This is a fundamental thing in your business data analytics. This is a fundamental thing. Yeah, you have just joined. I know you have the Excel itself. You see it's an Office, Microsoft Office tool. You must be having it. Just go there and open Excel workbook, Excel worksheet. Once you open a workbook, it will always give you one Excel sheet. So the one that is open is the one that you start with. It's the one that you start with. Yeah. So is there somebody who has been able, it seems this is quite tough. The template, no. We don't have a template today. No template today. No template today. Because most of your questions in your exams are about what year? are about forecasting. So I should be able to see the column they have put the metrics for me. So that column, I should be able to do what here to really hold on to it. Jerida wants me to repeat. Okay, before I repeat, do we have any student who would want to share their screen so they're going to get to see on the power? Yeah, I will repeat. Before I repeat, is there somebody who can share their screen just a little bit? Just a little bit before I repeat. And please remember, those questions are very, very important. Like now what I've just done is coming out of somebody who said up there, I repeat. Somebody who said up there, how else can we use this? Partial. So they are very, very good. Trust you me. They are very, very good. Trust you me. Yeah, great, Lorraine. Great, 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 great. What are we able to see there? Maximizer. I like your ocean. It looks nice. I mean, Lorraine, is that where you went for, some kind of a picnic? Yeah, raised is 6, shift 6, shift 6, shift 6. We'll be able to see raised. Andika to, andika sema to shift, alafu number 6. Yeah, alafu N. Alafu sasa N. All right. Sasa turudi hapo chini kwa answer hapo, yes. Haya, sema equals. I hope you have been able to identify in your case, A is the title, A is the reference, eh? Yeah, equals. So A, yeah, shift 4. Yeah, times, 1. Not that one, no. Hiyo one ingine unafaa tu uandike 1. Hiyo sio 1 ya year. Andika chini 1. The number 1. Plus. R. There is an A there. Please lock it. Please lock it. Lock A, shift 4. Endelea tu, kazi yako haina shida. Endelea kabisa. Yeah. All right. Close brackets. Raised. Sasa una raise to year. Those are the years. Perhaps I forgot to mention to you that those are the years. Yeah. Control enter. Control enter. Pull that thing by the tail. Pull it kabisa mpaka ifike 3. Pull it kabisa mpaka ifike 3. All right. Correct. Thank you. Bye. By her repeating like that, I'm so sure there must be another ninja who now has been able to see exactly what has happened. All right. Iko mwingine ameingia na account anajiita access deleted. Great. So can I continue? Can I continue? The guys who told me to repeat, Lorena has actually done it much better than myself. Lorena has actually done it much better than myself. Not unless you still insist I repeat, but Lorena has done it much better than myself. Ukweli ama uongo? Ukweli ama uongo? Ukweli ama uongo? I'm not getting 110. Are you able to share your screen, Jerida? I assist you. Are you able to share your screen, Jerida? Kuna kakitu hapo kwa Zoom, kako ka blue, kanasema share. We click on it, utaona kuletea screen zuko juu. Unasema hiyo ya blue, unasema hiyo ya blue kwa juu screen. You click on it, and then it'll be able to come up. I assist you once and for all. I assist you once and for all. I would want to assist you once and for all. So I'm waiting for you to share your screen, Jerida. Jerida hajaweza. Maybe Jerida could just share mine. Umeona, kwanza uweke hapa at time 0 kuna 100, 10%. Make sure kuna 110% chini. Kama una 10% haitaweza make. So kuja hapa useme equals, all right? So it is this 100. Remember, in my case, it's F, which is the benchmark. So lock this one, shift 4. You continue with the journey. Useme shift times. So open brackets. Useme 1. Always when I type one candle, because this one is there. One candle. Kuja hapo useme plus R, which is this 10%. Kumbuka F is a reference. So kuja hapo useme shift $. Close. Then useme hapo shift 6. Then the time is here, the year, the N. Control enter. Control enter. Then now you come and pull this. Itakuja 110 kwanza, ni obvious. Now you can pull this. Are you comfortable now, Lori? I mean, 𝗁𝗏 and I. Are you comfortable now? Are you comfortable now? Or are you able to share your screen? The best way is to share your screen very fast. I just guide you there and then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I would want to take the next hour today at 7 p.m. The next hour with you at 7 p.m. Is that agreeable? 7 p.m. the next hour, yes. So that I can introduce, in this case here, the pivots at that time. So otherwise, if we have got new students, don't hesitate joining us. Our number for inquiry is 0719 525,000 or 0793 555 000. Thank you so much. See you later at night. No, you know, they're just for foundations, foundational Excel. They'll only be every Saturday, no. They're just for foundational Excel. After I realize you guys are okay, now you'll be able to continue. Thank you, bye.